Three cheers for the Derrys. Lieutenant Monard, 14th Royal Irish Rifles. Through no fault of my own, I'm here just in time to sing you a song that will be without rhyme. But if you don't like it, please don't go away, for there are some others who would like you to stay. At least when I asked them, that's what they told me. And when you've heard them, I'm sure you'll agree. But for all this great concert, we'd rather all be right away back to Ireland, where'er it may be. We've had some great trials since we've been out here, but the greatest by far is the shortage of beer. Perhaps you remember we used to get rum, but that drink has stopped now for some months to come. At least when I asked them, that's what I was told. And they pinched all the blankets, though nights were so cold. Soon they'll take our trousers and naked we'll be. Oh, what a fine sight for the French folk to see. A few lucky fellows have got home on leave, but if you've not had yours, there's no need to grieve. The war won't be over till Derry turns green, and you're sure to get leave before 1919. At least when I asked them, they seemed very sure. If you want to know more, ask Lieutenant McClure. All the folks send us comforts as well as they can, where the clean streets of Coleraine sweep down the Ban. Some good news has just come from old Randallstown, and it sheds some fresh lustre on Derry's renown. A fine new battlement is just being trained. What to do on a Sunday if ever it rained? It's a great thing to think we've all done our bit to form a new army. It's a big hit. We'll give fact, face and details whenever we see all our wives and our sweethearts, where'er they may be. Tomorrow we go to a nice, pleasant spot. Martin Surt is its name. Do you know it or not? We shan't sow potatoes or fight the good fight. No, we'll do working parties from morning to night. At least when you get there, that's what you'll be told. And you go to the trenches to dig there for gold. But for all that you find there, you might as well be by your own little firesides, wherever they may be. Three cheers for the Derrys who took all the starch from the Germans at Thiepval on the 10th night of March. Through all the bombardment their feelings were blithe, quite right when commanded by Colonel Ross Smythe. And when in the future they fight the bold Hun, he'll lead us to glory and give us some fun. And when that is over, we'll go back without fuss to the sweet Irish maid that's just waiting for us.
In Flanders fields lie the brave and the bold, boys of the island who never grew old, where the red poppies bloom through the green and the gold. In these fields of Flanders, long ago, all they had, all they gave, boys of the island whose youth was betrayed and cast in the wind, where they lie in their graves. In these fields of Flanders, green grows the laurel, and bright the rain's lily. And oh, how the red poppies blow in these fields of Flanders. Does it all seem right? Does it all seem so long ago? Does it all seem too long matter. It matters. In Flanders fields, where their names are in stone, boys of the island who never came home, where the young soldiers march and the old cry alone. In these fields of Flanders, green grows the laurel, and bright the orange lily. But oh, how the red poppies blow in these fields of Flanders. Flanders, 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 Flanders.
200 of us had drivers, balloon operators, all had to go to Red Hill to help them out. So they put me, there were a winch and a lorry in the field and a balloon, and this barrage balloon, that was all there, ready. There were two of us beside the balloon to roll this cable up while the balloon was coming down. And what happened was, I was getting my cable on this post office wheel, the drum it was, this fine wire, and this other airman was turning away. The balloon was coming down too quick. And he said to me, he said, "Paddy, would you give me a wee turn?" They called me Paddy, every eye called Paddy. He said, "Would you give me a wee turn?" I said, "Surely I'll give you a turn." So he came round and started to get it on to me. I only give it up a treat, very heavy. I was taking the blind over a big field of grass right down. And I didn't know what was down at the end of the field, for I'd only been there a week or so on it. I gave it 2 or 3 turns and I just wasn't able to turn it whenever there was an explosion. They keep it blind out in the field. Went over the high tension wires, electric wires, 10,000 volts. And we're all in darkness then. He never spoke. And I remember one night I was doing yard, and there was an old hut, and the middle of the shore, the big long place where they took planes up.
Yes.
And I was in yard from either 2 to 4 or 4 to 6. But I think it was 2 to 4 I was on yard this night. And they come up with a relief. We had done 2 hours from.
Yes.
It wasn't every night we were doing this, only just returned just. And when it was up at 6 o'clock was another relief. This airman wasn't there. Well, where did he go? They sent me to the hut, the big barrack that was around. They sent me to see where he was. If he went on to his bed, he wasn't there either. So they put him down as a deserter. And about 3 weeks after, or 4, You listen to the Atlas News. Oh, and they gave out this boy's number. They'd come on to the beach on a boat and snatched the boy and took him away with them.
In the House of Commons this afternoon, the Prime Minister, Mr. Churchill, said, "What General Weygand called the Battle of France is over. The Battle of Britain is about to begin." Dispersal. 2 sections, scramble!
I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat. We have before us an ordeal of the most grievous kind. We have before us many, many long months of struggle and of suffering. You ask, what is our policy? I will say, it is to wage war by sea, land, and air, with all our might, with all the strength that God can give us. Hitler knows that he will have to break us in this island or lose the war. Let us, therefore, brace ourselves to our duties. Men will still say, this was their finest hour. Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few. We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender. Never give in. Never, never, never.